Bad, negative things in school. Chapter 1. School Safety/Safety in Schools. School Safety/Safety in Schools. School safety nowadays is kids bringing guns and knives to school, sexual assaults against girls by male students, students on teacher violence and even cyberbullying. It's not quite like the old days when kids listened to authoritative figures. In the majority of cases, kids are safe, but some kids have gotten off the boat somewhere along the way. Crises involving sudden violence in schools are traumatic in large measure because they are rare and unexpected. Everyone is touched in some way. In the wake of such a crisis, members of the school community are asked themselves what could have been done to prevent it. We know from the research that schools can meet the challenge of reducing violence. The school community can be supported through school board policies that address both prevention and intervention for troubled children and youth. School-wide violence prevention and response plans that include the entire school community in their development and implementation. Training in recognizing the early warning signs of potential violent behavior. Procedures that encourage staff, parents, and students to share their concerns about children who exhibit early warning signs. Procedures for responding quickly to concerns about troubled children. Adequate support in getting help for troubled children. Everyone who cares about children cares about ending violence. It is time to break the silence that too often characterizes even the most well-meaning school communities. Research and expert-based information is available for school communities to use in developing and strengthening programs that can prevent crises. School safety is everyone's job. Teachers, administrators, parents, community members, and students all must commit to meeting the challenge of getting help for children who show signs of being troubled. Coordinated school efforts can help. But the solution does not just rest in the schools. Together we must develop solutions that are community-wide and coordinated, that include schools, families, courts, law enforcement, community agencies, representatives of the faith community, business, and the broader community. Wilmer Cody, Kentucky Commissioner of Education. Crisis Procedure Checklist. A crisis plan must address many complex contingencies. There should be a step-by-step procedure to use when a crisis occurs. An example follows. Assess life/safety issues immediately. Provide immediate emergency medical care. Call 911 and notify police/rescue first. Call the superintendent second. Convene the crisis team to assess the situation and implement the crisis response procedures. Evaluate available and needed resources. Alert school staff to the situation. Activate the crisis communication procedure and system of verification. Secure all areas. Implement evacuation and other procedures to protect students and staff from harm. Avoid dismissing students to unknown care. Adjust the bell schedule to ensure safety during the crisis. Alert persons in charge of various information systems to prevent confusion and misinformation. Notify parents. Contact appropriate community agencies and the school district's public information office, if appropriate. Implement post-crisis procedures. One argument for school uniforms including footwear is so children don't beat each other up trying to steal fashionable clothes and footwear. Center for Effective Collaboration and Practice. American Institutes for Research. 1000 Thomas Jefferson STNW. Suite 400. Washington, D.C. cecp.air.org. School bus safety. Many school buses have cameras on them. Watch the driver to see if he's been drinking or has a heart attack while driving. Know where the emergency exits are. Know how to open them. Kick out a window if you must after an accident to get out. ncbussafety.org. nsc.org/library/facts.htm, School bus safety rules. mobuslines.com/kidsafety.html, Kids School Bus Safety Zone. Chapter 2. Discipline and Violence at School. Corporal punishment info. Corporal punishment means hitting someone as in spanking or strapping. It is still allowed in about 20 states in America. There is a gray area of laws against spanking. In some areas, parents can be arrested and charged criminally for hitting their children. These might be called child abuse. Some religious people point to a passage in the book of Proverbs. Spare the rod, spoil the child. Proverbs 23, 13-14, Proverbs 29, 15. Spanking in schools is currently allowed in 23 states. School districts have the option to use corporal punishment. There are occasional protests against using strapping on kids with disabilities. Spanking is legal mostly in the South and Midwest. New York City first banned spanking in public schools in 1870. New York State banned it in 1985. A typical strapping is taking a ruler and slapping the student's open palm with it several times. Chapter 3. Solve violence. The nutrition junk food linked to violence. Nutritional deficiencies play a role in aggressive behavior. Nutrition affects the biochemistry of the brain to the point of aggression and violence. A bad diet causes bad behavior. A good diet prevents it. A deficiency in the essential fats the brain needs and the nutrients needed to metabolize those fats causes mental problems ranging from depression to aggression. The omega-3 fatty acids that are essential to healthy brain functioning are neutralized by bad omega-6 fatty acids that exist in junk foods, made mostly from soy oil, corn oil, and sunflower oil. These omega-6 fatty acids are created mostly in frying foods that you buy at fast food restaurants and snack foods you buy at the corner store or the supermarket like chips, cookies, ice cream and margarine. Alcohol depletes omega-3s from the brain. Sociological studies say that as omega-6 consumption goes up, junk food, so does violent crime in a linear progression in a society. Junk food cultures have much higher crime rates than cultures where omega-3 consumption is high, as in eating fish regularly. Omega-3 fatty acid deficiencies is a factor in violent crime. People cannot create essential fatty acids in their bodies. They have to get them from the foods they eat. The brain is 60% fat by dry weight. Most of the brain is water. The essential fatty acids are a big part of the composition of the organic brain. If kids are deprived of omega-3 fatty acids from their regular diet early on, they're screwed. Their brain will not develop normally. They might become psychopaths. More than likely, they will just end up stupid losers, qualified to do nothing but work menial jobs. If the pregnant mother is eating junk food and not foods high in omega-3s, the kid is screwed before he ever gets out of the womb to face the real world. It's never too late. Start eating fresh fish twice a week. You can buy omega-3 supplements. Adult criminals say they feel calmer and better after taking omega-3 supplements for a month or so. guardian.co.uk/food/story/0,1924088,00.html. Youth violence websites. Children have socialization issues, fitting in at school, making friends, and emotional problems like poor self-esteem, not happy with their bodies, peer pressure, bullying, substance abuse, eating disorders, depression, obsessive-compulsive disorder, sexual abuse, gang violence. StreetPositive.com, Street Positive. safeouth.gov. nih.gov/health/topics/child-and-adolescent-mental-health-and-violence.shtml. NewYorkVPW.org, National Youth Violence Prevention Campaign. cdc.gov/violence prevention/youth violence, youth violence. surgeongeneral.gov/library/youth violence. facing.org. familyeducation.com/topic/front/0,115-24137000.html, kids and violence. fightcrime.org, research on what keeps kids from becoming criminals. IIR.com, National Youth Gang Center Institute for Intergovernmental Research 850-385-0600, keepschoolsafe.org. KeepSchoolsSafe.org, a collection of resources to help make school safer. NationalsAve.org, Students Against Violence Everywhere 866-343 SAVE. ncdjjdp.org/cpsv, Center for the Prevention of School Violence. ncpc.org, National Crime Prevention Center 202-466-6272, noviolence.net. nsc.org/mem/youth/8_school.htm, National Safety Council. nssc1.org, National School Safety Center 805-373-9977. ojjdp.ncjrs.org, Office of Juvenile Justice and Delinquency Prevention. pta.org/program/sfgrdtoc.htm, Safeguarding Your Children. safeouth.org, National Youth Violence Prevention Resource Center 866-723-3968. shine365.org, Seeking Harmony in Neighborhoods Every Day, Shine, 646-613-5100. sblcenter.com, Southern Poverty Law Center 334-956-8200, StopBullyingNow.hrsa.gov. Chapter 4. School Safety Websites. Safe Schools Websites. ed.gov/pub/afterschool/afterschool.pdf, Afterschool Programs, Keeping Children Safe and Smart, from the US Department of Education. KeepSchoolsSafe.org, Keep Schools Safe, School Violence Prevention, Safety and Security Resource. ed.gov/offices/oese/sdfs/safeschools.html. ed.gov/offices/osers/ospie/earlywrn.html. ncpc.org, 800 NCPC 911, National Crime Prevention Council. pda.org/apta/archers.htm, Safeguard Your Children. SafeSchoolsCoalition.org, SchoolsAfady.us, StazaFE.org/educators/be_students/be_smart_online/what_to_believe.html. AmericanSchoolSafety.com. KeepSchoolsSafe.org. KYSafeSchools.org, Kentucky Center for School Safety. ncpc.org/topics/SchoolsAfady. nea.org/SchoolsAfady. nhtsa.dot.gov/kids/safe-school. nssc1.org, National School Safety Center. New York Center for School Safety.org, the New York State Center for School Safety. school.familyeducation.com/school/safety. schoolsafady.com, School Safety Professionals. schoolsafady.us, National School Safety Center. schoolsafety911.com, the School Safety Advocacy Council. apahelpcenter.org/featured topics/featured.php?ID =38, warning signs of teen violence. schoolsafadyindex.com. schoolsafadypanel.com. schoolsecurity.org, School Safety and School Security Experts. swa4safety.com, Safety Security. teachervision.com/tv/theme/schoolsafady. U.S. Department of Education. ed.gov. Center for Effective Collaboration and Practice. American Institutes for Research. 1000 Thomas Jefferson STNW. Suite 400. Washington, D.C. cecp.air.org. U.S. Department of Justice. www.usdoj.gov. National Association of School Psychologists. 4340 East-West Highway. Suite 402. Bethesda, Maryland 20814. nasbweb.org/center.html. National Institute of Mental Health. nimh.nih.gov. Center for Mental Health Services. Knowledge Exchange Network. mentalhealth.org/index.htm. achem.org. Center for Mental Health in Schools at UCLA. smhp.psych.ucla.edu. Salvation Army National Headquarters. salvationarmyusa.org. School and Community Safety websites. 1800runaway.org, National Runaway Switchboard. Whether you are in a crisis, have a friend who is in trouble, or want ideas for spreading the word about our services, we can help. acls.net/a-parents-guide-to-first-aid.htm, a parent's guide to first aid, understanding basic first aid and how to apply it according to the injury and age of the child is critical and can save the life of a child. asroa.org, AZ School Resource Officers Association, a non-profit organization formed to promote law-related education and safety of students. bradycampaign.org, the Brady Center Against Gun Violence. Brady Center holds events to educate Americans about sensible gun policies and to raise funds for our life-saving work. cdc.gov/violence-school_violence_fact_sheet-a.pdf, Understanding School Violence, a helpful resource to help understand and prevent school violence. CertifiedCPRServices.com, Certified CPR Services, effective CPR, and first aid training and education. creditcritics.com/guide-students-without-home, living without a home, a resource guide for homeless students, effects of being a homeless student and resources for students at risk of becoming homeless. fbi.gov/wanted, America's Most Wanted. Law enforcement agencies trust AMW and work hand in hand with them to bring criminals to justice. kidpower.org/library/article/prevent-bullying, face bullying with confidence, 8 kid power skills we can use right away. kidscape.com, Kidscape, since different kids like different stuff, we put the links in an easy-to-follow web guide so you can find the places that you like and skip the ones you don't. nasro.org, National Association School Resource Officers. Our team of highly trained school resource officers set the nation's standard for educating our youth in law-related topics nationwide. nationalsave.org, Students Against Violence Everywhere, helps students learn crime prevention and conflict management skills and the virtues of good citizenship, civility, and nonviolence. noise.org, National Organization for Youth Safety. The mission of NOYS is to promote youth empowerment and leadership and build partnerships that save lives among all youth. SafeSchools.org, National Alliance for Safe Schools, a not-for-profit organization dedicated to the belief that no child should go to school in fear. SchoolsAfady.us, National School Safety Center, serves as an advocate for safe, secure, and peaceful schools worldwide and as a catalyst for the prevention of school crime and violence. Schoolsecurity.org, National School Safety and Security Purposes, specializing in school security and school emergency/crisis preparedness training for K-12 schools and public safety providers. SilentWitness.org, Silent Witness, a non-profit program that pays rewards of up to $1,000 and doesn't use caller ID boxes or trace calls in any manner. StopBullying.gov/index.html, StopBullying.gov, get the information that you need to help stop bullying at school, online and in the community. USDeputy.org, American Deputy Sheriff's Association, a non-profit organization dedicated to the issues and needs of county law enforcement departments across the country. Maine Children's Help Hotlines. Canadian Kids Help Phone. kidshelpphone.ca. 800-668-6868. American Kids Helpline. kidscrisis.com. 877-KIDS-400. Boys Town Hotline. 14100 Crawford St. Boys Town, Nebraska 68010. 800-448-3000. boystown.org. girlsandboystown.org. For Runaways. Children of America. POG 277. New Paltz, New York 12561. 800 I am lost. 800 426 5678. 800 292 9688. 800 A way out. 914 255 1848. Fax 914 255 5706. If you want to register or report seeing a lost child, report to this charitable organization which seeks to find them and employs investigators to look for kidnapped children. Specializes in parental abductions. If you've kidnapped your children and want a way out, call them. Childfind Canada. 800 387 7962. Childfind.ca. Child Help USA. 6463 Independence Avenue, Woodland Hills, California 91367. 800 422 4453. 800-4 A Child. 818 953 7577. ChildHelpUSA.org Hotline and Treatment Organization for Abused Children. Publishes various materials, including pamphlets such as Child Abuse and You and Others. Children of the Night Hotline for Runaways. epub 4343 Hollywood, California 90078. 800 551 1300. 800-564 COTN. childrenofthenight.org. Runaway Shelter, Safe House for Teenage Prostitutes. Covenant House for Runaways. Times Square STA. NYC 10108 to 9999. 800 999 9999. Runaway Shelter, Suicide Hotline, Peer Counseling Number. National Center for Missing and Exploited Children. 2101 Wilson Boulevard. Number 550. Arlington, Virginia 22201. 800 The Lost, Hotline. 800 843 5678. 800 826 7653, TDD. 703 235 4067. 703 235 3900. Fax 703 235 4067. 714 508 0150, California. 716 242 0900, New York. 561 848 1900, Florida. 803 750 7055, South Carolina. MissingKids.org. NCMEC.org. National Clearinghouse for Lost Children with Publications and Support Services. National Runaway Switchboard. 800 621 4000. 800 621 0391, TDD. NRSCrisisLine.org. School discipline / classroom management websites / behavioral management websites. ccbd.net, Council for Children with Behavioral Disorders. educationoasis.com / instruction / classroom _management.htm, classroom management in a nutshell. disciplinehelp.com, you can handle them all. ourschoolfamily.com / physicalstructures.htm, setting up your classroom. challengingbehavior.org. interventioncentral.org. disciplineforsuccess.com. disciplinehelp.com. reheverychild.com / feature / discipline.html, classroom discipline. responsiblethinking.com, a classroom management program. safehealthyschools.org. schooldisciplinesolutions.com, 800 294 9009. stophitting.com / disatyschool.